My name is Ashley Elysian, and I scan the entire universe and I give intuitive messages and spiritual advice. So whoever this message is for, I really hope that it helps. So whoever this message is for, I'm picking up on a Pisces, but you do not have to be a Pisces. I'm just getting Pisces energy. So if you're not a Pisces, this message is really just in regards to your intuition and your psychic receptivity. Now, what I'm getting is that you really need to use your discernment, okay? You could be coping with some depression, trauma, something about anger from strangers, okay? June could be significant too. Now, if you feel defeated at all or have felt like that, I'm getting for you never again to acknowledge feeling defeated, okay? Because you are somebody that can overcome any obstacle that you face. I also get that you have talents, gifts, skills, okay? You could also have a son. But I feel like it's something about meditation here. So you need to get out, get fresh air if possible, give yourself a chance to really clear your mind. And I also get that you're going to receive an offer of friendship. Okay, but you're really trying to improve on whatever skills that you have. Okay, you want to bring your best self to every situation that you're, involved in. But yeah, like I said, I'm picking up on Pisces energy. Okay, so it's something about your ideas, your intuition, your spirituality, your compassion, and also something about you separating your dreams and delusions. Okay, what inspires you, illusions, confusion, psychic receptivity, all those things are significant. You could be trying to learn more about these things, right? But I feel like somebody could be resistant to this growth, this change in you recognizing the things that you want to improve on. I'm also getting something about the Greek alphabet. Okay, you could be trying to learn about the Greek alphabet. You don't have to, but something about that I'm picking up on. Somebody could be trying to learn the Greek alphabet, but if not specifically that, it's just something about like symbols, omens, synchronicities, things that you should pay attention to and use your discernment and your intuition in regards to, right? I feel like you're dealing with some trauma. You could be very uncomfortable with being touched, okay? And I also get to that you feel that you need protection or that you need to protect yourself in a situation. So I feel like today you could be deciding to put yourself first, or you need to. So let's talk a little bit about these messages. So I don't know if whoever is watching this is familiar with Bob Proctor, but he's a writer and an inspirational speaker. But one thing that Bob Proctor said, and I quote, is that purpose is what you're doing with your life. Your vision explains how you're living your purpose, and your goals enable you to realize your vision. See, there's a why behind everything that we do. And when we figure out what that why is, everything is going to change. So your purpose is your why, the meaning behind everything that you're doing and what you're living for. And yeah, everybody is not aware of their purpose, but figure out when it comes to your character, what's a deep-seated need in you? When people don't know the purpose behind why they're doing whatever they're doing, they tend to suffer because purpose goes hand in hand with living a fulfilling life. So we got to be proactive. Like I said yesterday, it's really important for everyone to find their center. So go check that episode out if you have not. But another thing is figuring out what are the things that we're actually concerned with. Those things that we think will make our life better if only, if only we had more money, if only our spouse was more patient, if only we had a better boss. All the ifs in the world will not change your current situation if your focus is on that and not on the things that you actually have influence over. And we have influence over our character. We can be more creative, we can be more diligent, we can be more resourceful. We can change our circumstances and we can change from the inside first. The minute we start to think that the problem is outside, that's the problem. So whoever I'm talking to, it's really time to change your perspective of things. It's really easy to blame other people, conditioning, or conditions on why things are at a standstill in our lives. But you're responsible, okay? You have control and influence over your own life. The most positive thing you can do is work on yourself, on your own being. It's totally fine to take time out to go within and figure out who you are, what you want, and why. And if that means that you got to be silent and just listen to yourself and your thoughts, that's totally okay, especially in stressful situations. That's totally okay. And sometimes, even every day, obstacles can really take our focus away from our plans. So, making time to meditate is very important because it can help you focus on the things that you need to and not so much on the outside distractions. And excessive stress triggers that fight or flight response in us. And all those toxic hormones can stay in our bodies for days at a time. And don't get me wrong, it happens. But let it happen occasionally, rather than often. Don't let stress have a negative impact on your health. Things like learning and memory, bone density, low immune function, weight gain, blood pressure, heart disease, cholesterol, all those things can happen due to excessive stress. Then there's risk for depression, mental illness, and lower life expectancy. So meditation reduces stress and improves our health, but it helps with our self-awareness, compassion, and introspection. So basically, meditation helps you to slow down and focus on you. So even if it's for a short time, go within when you feel scattered or lost throughout your day without intention or purpose. And doing this at the very beginning of each day opens up space for you before you encounter other people. So give yourself peace of mind and clarity so that you can bring your best self to any interaction. So welcome to part 2. And like I said in part 1, I was picking up on Pisces energy. So no, you do not have to be a Pisces, but I was picking up on Pisces energy. And like I said in part 1, so go check that out if you haven't. But I said that message could be in regards to your intuition, to your psychic receptivity. But I want to say too that I'm scanning a person that received or recognized some type of harsh truth. Something that you needed to know so that you can move forward. I feel like on the outside, you appear to be very okay, but I sense that you're very emotional or you have felt very emotional. But once you recognize something, pray about it, do some problem solving, you're definitely going to be able to move forward. But don't distract yourself and repeat cycles on autopilot. Stop ignoring how you feel. I feel like you could have shut down in a situation or something like that, where you feel the need to bottle up how you feel or just not say nothing at all. And you don't need to do that, but there does need to be a balance, right? But I say that because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, it's something about when you express your concerns and even actual facts, right? To validate your concerns. I feel like it's either a person or people that either make you feel like you're acting too emotional or like you're being too aggressive, even when you speak calmly about things. That's why you got to use your discernment and recognize emotional manipulation when you see it. And it's okay to be very patient with yourself. You need to be. You give yourself that same compassion that you allow people who didn't even deserve it to have, right? So be patient with yourself, but stop tolerating people that treat you like that. You're dealing with some jealousy and envy from people that can hide it very well, okay, behind fake smiles, fake nice behavior. But pay attention to how they ignore and dismiss your concerns and your feelings. But going back to part 1, right, I talked about shifting paradigms, aka shifting your perspective, and finding out your why behind everything that you do, right? And meditation. But the main message for today is to release control of the things that you do not have control over and find security in the things that you do have influence in. Finding refuge in this world when it's constantly changing, when your life is constantly changing. And if you're wondering if God is distracted and not thinking about any of the struggles that you face, God is always thinking about you. And you confuse your enemies, the people that's trying to confuse you, by acting out of love. Stop giving so much power to people outside of yourself. Redirect your focus back to you. And if people can't appreciate that, then oh well. Like I said in part 1, working on yourself is the most positive thing you can do. And in regards to shifting your focus back to yourself, meditation, and releasing control of things that are outside of our control, that's information that I've had to learn within my own life. So I'm implementing that into my own life. I'm sharing this information because I've learned this information. And when I share this information, if it helps somebody, great. But if not, at least I'm working on me. So I really hope that that message helped. That is all I have for you. I just wanted to kind of wrap up part 1 and just give you that brief little bit that I picked up on in the beginning of this part 2. So like I said, I hope that message helped. And until next time, be brave and always have faith. Peace.